Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming my everyday natural glam makeup tutorial. This is actually really exciting because I've changed up a lot of the steps in my makeup routine recently, so let's get started. First, I start out by moisturizing my face. I use Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. And so I just take this, I put it on my fingers. I'm almost out of it. So I just rub this all over my face. And this is what I started doing recently. I actually found out this technique on TikTok. So I've been using NYX finishing powder. So next I use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is probably the best setting spray I've ever bought. Before the next step, you just want to make sure you let it dry. So next, this is probably one of the only expensive, well, actually one of the only expensive products I actually use. This is the Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. It's probably the best primer I've ever used. I'm obsessed with it. It just, I don't know, it just, even when I don't wear foundation, it covers up like everything, like every single flaw. So I use the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Glow, and then I've been mixing it with this No. 7 Lift and Illuminate foundation, and it actually has SPF in it, which is really cool because I live in Florida, so I need that sunscreen protection. So then I just take a beauty blender and I mix them together. I just lightly dab that all over my face. I don't like to use a lot when I'm trying to go natural, just something to make a nice smooth base. And that's something else I've been doing recently. I've been putting it on my eyelids too. Make sure you bring it down on your neck. Don't be that person who doesn't and their neck doesn't match their face. That's disgusting. I'm sorry if you do that currently, but be better. It's 2020. I like to go in with Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Sand. Especially when I'm doing natural, I take it up onto my eyelid just to be like a primer for my eyeshadow later. Right now I literally look crazy, wow. Okay, once that's blended in well, I go back into my NYX finishing powder and I take a beauty blender again, and I go into that and I just go underneath my eyes just to set everything in place. When I'm doing natural, I do it lighter. And so I do it everywhere, like my makeup would naturally like crease, like in my smile lines. I hope nobody just like clicks onto this video literally at this point because I look like a psychopath. Next I'm gonna go into my eyebrows. So first I like to go and brush out my eyebrows. This eyebrow tint that I'm using is Ulta Beauty brand, so it's also super cheap. And I just use a little bit of an angle brush. I don't use the brush that's on here because it goes on a little too thick. So I'll take it, take a little bit off, and then just apply underneath first. Oh. So I just like, through this like front area, I just kind of like smudge it through there. Now we're gonna go more into eyes before I do the rest of my face. So I usually use Morphe 35N palette, but I'm out of like a base coat, so I've been going in with my Naked 3 palette that I had to dig up from like middle school. And I use just this first shade right here. You can see I really like this in middle school. So I go over that just in my eye. I go into my Morphe palette and you can tell I really this is so gross looking. Okay. So I go in, I kind of mix these two colors first, and I go first on my eyelid. So I just put that all over my eye. Okay, so the next color I'm gonna go into is this one. It's kind of a little bit of an orangey color. You can't really see that. So I use that and I just go into my cheekbones like everybody else does. This isn't anything new. Kim Kardashian came up with this like however many years ago. Maybe she got it from drag queens, I don't know. I take that everywhere just to get like everywhere that the sun actually hits your face, just to make it look more natural. And I love going in on my chin because I think it gives my chin like a more sharp look. Now I'm gonna go in with my thicker brush and I'm gonna take it down on my neck. So So then I like to clean it off. Wow, this is bad form. Okay, so now I'm gonna take off my bake. Okay, so then I go back into my bronzer and I kind of just go over those areas just to make it all look like less harsh. Okay, and then I go back in with my thinner brush. I go in next to my nose and I just kind of match it up. I don't want it super thick because I don't want it to look like I'm trying to contour my nose, and then I brush it out with my blush or my big brush. So I go back into this with my eyeshadow brush and I do a little bit more on my lid. So then I'm gonna go in with an angle brush and I'm gonna do this underneath my eyes just to make them pop a little bit more. So now that I've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my Morphe palette and I'm gonna go into one of these like darker bronzes, like right here, the browns, to do a little bit of like eyeliner on my eye. I'm gonna go back in with the same angle brush and I'm just gonna do that on my eyelid. Next, we're gonna go into highlight, and I use ColourPop, and I use in the shade Wisp. It's Super Shock. So then I go in with like a brush. It kind of goes like this. Like you can use literally whatever brush to do this. I do it first underneath the arch of my eyebrow. That's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna curl my lashes before I do mascara. So I use a cheap mascara also, and it's Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect. I'm gonna go into this little Ulta Beauty palette. I think I literally got it for free, but I don't really have any other good white eyeshadows. So obviously I really like this. So I'm gonna go in with this brush again, and I'm just gonna put this white in the corner of my eye just to like brighten and open my eyes up a little bit. This is the NYX Illuminator blush in shade Chaotic. Okay. And something I've been doing a lot lately, especially since the summer, I kind of go over on my nose just to kind of give that like cute, like youthful sunburnt look. I go in with NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Madeline. Then I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe setting spray. And we're done. That's natural makeup. If there's anything you liked, please comment and let me know. And if there's anything you think I should do differently, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. All right, thank you guys so much again for watching this. I had a lot of fun doing it. I might start doing this more often if you guys like it.